Rennet Muck, peace. We got Cleo here today. I'm not exactly sure what all I'm going to do. One thing I know I'm going to try to do is I have front shocks for her. The back shocks look new. I'm not exactly sure how old they are, but they look new, so I'm going to leave them for now. I actually been driving without any shocks in the front, and she really doesn't feel crazy running around the road because you're not, hammered down or anything. A little six going, So, but yeah, so I'm gonna try to get the shocks on. I'm gonna check out her exhaust system, see if I can do anything there. I'd like to get her door handles on. I need to check out the trim that goes on the top of the doors and see if I can do that. Get the door panels on and the vent wings in. But I didn't know I was going to find these things this quick, and I got them. I'm eventually going to repaint her. We're going to go to a little darker color, but that's later. That's probably a next year thing. I don't think it'll be a this year thing. This is blue. If you haven't met blue, blue. Blue's 12. It looks like a mutt. It's not. Uh-oh. That's his Fez. He's jealous. Not Fez. Yeah, you're a good boy. All right, so let's get Cleo up in the air. We'll get her hood up and see what I got in the shock bolt area. I know there's some bolts there that I need to take off. Hopefully they're bent, so hopefully I can get them straight and use them or come up with something that's usable. So anyway, all right, give her a shot. So here's the bend I was talking about. The other one on the other side is the same way, just the front one's bent. I don't know why, but I'm gonna try to straighten it and get it off there. It'll probably break. Probably won't be able to use it, which is fine. I just gotta find another one, which is okay. First look, if you haven't seen underneath Cleo before. So Cleo has the same basic frame that Elvira has, because Elvira was originally a Studebaker when they were first built, and it's got the convertible frame in it for rigidity. Is that the word? Is that a real word? For the fiberglass body, so it doesn't flex so much. But anyway, so you can see right here a hole in the muffler. I'm going to try to address that. I got to figure out what sides the pipes are. I actually have a muffler. This one's currently just kicking out right here, which is fine. I may leave it that way for now. And you can see the back shocks now. Obviously, they haven't been run much because they're still blue. You can also see the sheen on the fuel tank back there and tell that the fuel tank also has been redone or replaced, which is good. And it's hard to see, but if you look right there, you can see that this has a 373 rear end. So if nobody's pulled the tags on it, a lot of cars, older cars, have a tag, and it'll tell you what the gear ratio is, and that saves you a little bit of work of turning stuff and looking around. But yeah, I believe that's a Dana 27. I think is what they come out with. Little light duty, that's what they used on the 6 cylinders. They used Dana 44s on the V8 cars. That is what Elvira has in her, is a 44. So anyway, all right, let me see if I can straighten those bolts and start getting these shocks done. Okay, you can see now. Now I'm blind at the back because I moved that light and it's bright. So shock has this little piece on it. Got to cut it off. That is going to let the shock go out. You see that? Okay. And then you got some bushings and some plates. So here's a plate. It's like a washer, but not really. It goes down there like that. And then one bushing is going to go with this little doodad up. See how that dude is? Because that's going to fit in my hole up there. So this dude's going to go like that. So you'll stick that dude up in the hole, mount this guy on bottom, but you'll reach around on top and you'll put this guy back on like that, and this guy on, and then you'll wrench it down. So let's see if I can get this dude up in there and not cause too many problems. Find my hole there. Got my hole. Let's turn. I can show you that here in just a second. Why I had to turn him. Pick you up and show you. So if you look at this has got a little angle to it. It's got a little more angle one way than the other. It will turn as you tighten it up, this little piece here, to flatten it down, but I like putting it as close as I can to what it's going to look like when it gets up there. And if you notice, these little guys right here kind of fit in the middle of that bolt. So that's just, I'd say the original factory shocks fit better than this, but you know, this is what you get. So you see them sticking out right there. Yeah, right there. I'm not sure you'll be able to get to, yeah, I can't get you to a spot where you can see the other piece, but I can just barely see right there. See that little shiny spot? That's the washer. I get a flashlight, maybe you can see. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I'm trying to get you where you can see. Right there he is. Right there. Boom. So he's up where he goes. Now all I do is put the top on and bolt these bottom two. And this guy will be... Why that mic doesn't work. I drop him 19 times. Anyway, so yeah. Let me put you back on hyperlapse to tighten some bolts. Okay, I cut this one off a little short, but since it's double nutted, it should be okay. This one's a little bit better. Try to keep them from getting hit by whatever hit them before. When you take the nuts off now, it could make it a little harder to get the nuts off, but that's future muck's problem. Present muck doesn't care. Present muck's like, those shocks should get this thing through a lot of years, especially since it won't get, driven like every day. Yeah, so anyway, shocks on. That's project one done. Now let me see what I'm going to get into now. All right, so I got a stroke of genius. Cut the muffler off and then got the edges off because it was rusted to the pipe real good. I mean, used to, I had to beat on that dude for hours, but cutting it off, then taking the die grinder and just cutting the edge. Made it real nice because, you know, then it just popped right off there. I pulled the back pipe completely off. It's laying over here on the workbench. This is the crusty piece I will take to the parts store and see if I can come up with an adapter to go from this guy to that red cherry bomb muffler. That was the one that was on Elvira, and I replaced her. And you know, I got a muffler, I might as well use it, right? I mean, it's all about balling on a budget. That's what I do. Everybody's like, man, that's like Elvira. I get a lot of comments on Elvira. Man, she's nice. She's really nice. Blah, blah. I know when I first got her on the road and painted and all that, I had, like, counting buying the car, like $6,500 in her, which is great on an Avani. So, you know, now I might have $7,000 in it, but that's about it, with the little extra things that I've done. But, you know, this whole car right here, Cleo, I gave $1,500 for her in a basket. I mean, all the parts were there. Well, pretty much all the parts were there. I won't say everything was there. She hadn't ran in forever. The brakes was even done. I mean, the underneath side was new. Somebody had took care of it. So it was really pretty easy. I don't know what I have in Cleo right now, but I bet I don't have over $2,000 in her. So, you know, when I say balling on a budget, that's what I'm talking about. Finding ways to make it as cheap as possible. Elvira's exhaust might be the biggest single purchase that I've made for her. No, maybe her paint. Her paint was almost $300. Base clear, whole 9 yards, $300. I can't complain. So anyway, yeah, I'm gonna run to the parts store and I'll be back. So bear with me. So while I was trying to figure out my exhaust, I noticed another little hole right here at this clamp. So I'm going to take this off and I'll figure out how to start from here and take him that way. And we'll get it here in a minute. I'll just keep plugging away. This clamp looks like crapola.
All right, it's ugly, but it's an exhaust, and it doesn't have any holes in it anymore. Except the ones it's supposed to have, of course, the one going in and the one going out. So let's look at it. Let me get a flashlight for you. You're gonna want to see this better. So yeah, this is something to be proud of right here. You know, I've got like $15 in this exhaust system, and you know, 200 pounds of weld, but you know, it's all there. So there is my exit, which is an old pipe. Here is the little 90 I bought, and you can see it's adapted down and down. So that's a 1 3/4 90 adapted to a 2-inch pipe. That's adapted to a 2.5-inch pipe. That's adapted to a 2-inch out muffler. Oh man. In order to make it fit, I had to notch the webbing in the frame like I did in the Avani, but you know, it all worked. This is just a 2-inch adapted down to 1 3/4 inches, and then 1 3/4 inches, 2 3/4 inches with a little homemade piece of pipe. So I took a piece of the old original exhaust tubing off the Avani, cut it, and welded it on this side, clamped it on this side because I didn't buy any clamps. So, you know, but there you are. We'll listen to it in a minute because I got to get it down. But yeah, that was a lot more intensive than I thought for the exhaust. I thought, oh, the exhaust won't be no big deal. Just cut the muffler off, put a new muffler on. Yeah, it didn't work that way. So I made it work. Hopefully you can see enough of it in hyperlapse to understand the stupidity I was going through. So anyway, all right, let me get this dude down, put my welder up. I'm hoping I'm done with it today. I'll just have to weld the door handles on and see what I'm doing next. So this is the piece of chrome I'm talking about. It goes down here. You can see it bolts up there. You can also see I can't get to it with the window there. So that means the door panel's going to come out. The window's got to come out. The vent wing's got to come out in order to put this dude on. So I'm not doing that today. I don't feel like dying on that hill. So the door handles aren't going to go on yet either. And I can do that someplace besides sitting on the lift. I need to think about this for a minute and see if there's everything that I need to do on this guy on the lift at the moment. And if it is, then I can swap him over to a bay, get somebody over here that's going to need the lift, or somebody that I'm going to do more work on. I don't know, but I'll probably have to do these one door at a time. It's going to suck. Suck. Not happy. So the good news is I think I can get the windows out without removing the window mechanism. So that'll be good. But right now I think I have one more thing I'm going to see if it'll work, and then I'm going to call this done for now. So this is where the radio goes. This is a genuine Studebaker radio delete plate, not for this car. It's for a Commander or a Champion, I believe. But so I got this buddy in Pennsylvania, and he's got a bunch of random stuff. He goes through it a little by little, and you know, when he sees something that I thinks I might find interesting or be able to use, he sends it to me. And this is one of those pieces. I really appreciate Bill doing this for me, because hopefully I can get this dude folded up here, and you know, it'll have something neat over top of this radio hole and will it be perfect? No. Will some Studebaker guy point it out and go, that's not what goes there? Yes. But that's okay. So I'm going to try to put this on here real quick. They should be pretty easy. And we'll see what happens. But I don't know if I can set you anywhere that you can watch. So give me just a second and I'll try. I'm getting there. I'm telling you. It will work. I'm not sure how the wife's going to feel about a radio delete plate because she'll think that she's never going to get a radio. But it will. It'll get a radio. I just probably won't put it in this hole because this is too cool. I will hide it somewhere else. Well, it's in there. Let me go get a screwdriver and see if I can tighten it up a little bit. I need a short Phillips. Short Phillips. Short and chubby. Mama says I should have been an opera singer. There we go. What do you think about that? Looks pretty good. I need to pull that glove box off and give it to somebody to pinstripe. That would look cool. And I need to figure something to do about that. I might have to pop both those gauges out and repaint that too. But anyway, yeah. So I think that's the video, man. I got an exhaust. Oh, we got to hear it, don't we? We got to hear it. Let's see if she'll start. I got to get my foot in here because I need my throttle pumping foot because her battery is crapola. Pretty quiet. I hear more noise from the engine, I think, than I do the exhaust. I get the speaker over here. I say speaker, it's a microphone. That's not too shabby, is it? You think? Here, watch this. I'll set you guys here. Trying to load up just a little bit. I got the garage too, so yeah, that's part of it.
Yay, I'm gonna die. There we go. It's pretty quiet. That's not bad. That's better than what I thought. I was afraid with the glass pack there that she was going to sound a little rowdy, funky, but that's not what I wanted, you know. So yeah, I didn't want her to sound like, you know, a ricer. Hope I didn't hurt anybody's feelings, but yeah. Bam. God, my poor head, man. Anyway, all right. I'm really done now. Really done. I'm done. So, cue the music. Redneck Mug. Peace.